Hello, what is up? My name is Mike and welcome to my channel, Fish Hunt. Okay, so if you're watching this video, you're very lucky because in this video I'll show you how you can just calculate the profit when you are actually running a fish farm. So just stick around and see how you can just see you can calculate some of the profit that you're making from your business. Okay, and by the way, please don't forget to drink a lot of water, because water is a solvent. When you talk about water being a solvent, I mean everything gets to dissolve in this liquid called water. Okay, so make sure you take in a lot of water, because that's going to actually speed up the rate of a chemical reaction in your cells, and everything just going to move at the speed of light, supernova and everything. So water is very powerful, water is very cool, and most of the liquid in water constitute about 70 plus or 90% of the fluids in our body is actually water, and the rest is kind of the protein, the carbohydrate, the lipid, the salts, and the platelets and so on. So don't forget to drink so much of the water. This is gonna actually make you healthy, and most of the reaction would actually be favored. Okay, so now let's now get into the main idea of our video. Now this video is about if someone wants to start fish farming, if someone actually really wants to invest into fish farming, and they take that opportunity to start the fish farming business. Okay, and by the way, I'm an expert, so I know what kind of information I'm gonna actually give you. So just stick around and watch all the way up to the end of this video, and I can assure you that you get so much vast information from this video. And of course, if you have probably some information and everything that question marks and other kind of thing that you want to learn more out of this video. Okay, so I do also consultation services, so if you want to consult, I charge just a small amount depending on the service and kind of a consultation that you want to actually get. So this information is being given for free, so I would actually encourage you, take a piece of paper and understand everything that I'm going to explain in this video. Okay, so now the idea about this video is that we are imagining that you as a viewer, you want to start or you want to engage yourself into fish farming, and probably this is the first time that you actually doing that. But now the question is, how do you do the profit calculation? And this is what the video is all about. So it's about calculating the profit and seeing how much money you'll be making as you continue doing this kind of a fish farming project. Okay, so now let's jump right into this video. Okay, so profitability calculation. So what kind of the size of the pond that you depending on how much money you have. So for the sake of just giving you some hints about a profit calculation, then I would say size of the pond, let's choose maybe 20 by 30. So you can use this as a reference. Okay, and then also stocking density, meaning per meter square within the pond of the 30 by 20, how much fish per meter square would you actually be putting in that pond. And then from there, I'll also discuss how you can calculate the cost of feed, or rather, how much do the levels of feed cost, the starter, the grower, the finisher, and so on. And then from there, I also have the cost of fingerlings. Okay, so depending on the size of the pond, that will also determine how much in terms of the number of the small fish that you're going to put in that pond. Okay, so I'm saying, let's take for instance, because the economy is kind of fluctuating, changing at a faster rate. Okay, so I've taken, for the sake of this example, I've taken the cost of one small fish that you put in your fish pond would actually cost you 1/4 15 ngwe, and then probably that is just an error, so it's 1/4 15 ngwe, and then also the construction cost. So let's imagine that the type of the pond that you'll be actually constructing is not the earthen pond, but rather the concrete one. So we have also factored in some of the cost of the constructing the pond, and then which I've just approximated to be 20,000. Of course, it can be more than that, maybe by a difference of 2,000, maybe 22,000 or 25,000, but for the sake of illustration, let's just assume that our pond construction and everything those people are constructing, all the material of construction, will cost us 20,000. Then from there, the salary expense. Okay, let's assume that our worker is just one. Okay, so this worker that we have actually employed is just one worker. Okay, so fish to mature takes up to 6 months, so we multiply that per month. We'll be giving him 1,000, but for the sake of this calculation, just to be in the limit or the range of accuracy, I've taken it to be 1,500, because of you might employ someone who is also actually a dependent, okay, someone who is married, okay, and then times 6 months, then you take that one to be this is going to be probably, you have 1, this is going to be 0, 0, 30, then this is going to be 9,000. So this is okay. So when you multiply 6 months multiplied by the per month to find the total number, the total cost, or rather how much salary the person, the employee, will be getting in 6 months. Okay. Okay, so I hope that you're following. Okay, so I'm just trying to review what are some of the considerations that you need to make. So, but we'll do the actual calculation after this. And then also the general expense. Okay, the general expense. Let's assume that 5,000. Okay, so this factors in like transportation. This factor in like maybe marketing expenses. Advertising expenses, let's say for instance the marketing purposes. Okay, so the 5,000 is actually inclusive in that those factors that you may think I've not talked about. Maybe you have to advertise your business, you have to tell the customer that I've got fish, come and buy fish, or you need to advertise on Facebook. Maybe you're running a Facebook page, so you have to run an advert that you have got fish, so that people from various parts of the country can actually contact you and be able to buy fish from you. So those are the things that you'll be looking at. So please, I encourage you to really understand how we are going to flow the information in terms of our profit calculation. Okay, so that will be the introductory part. So let's now jump into the actual calculation. Okay.